What is up, everybody? Graphic Content Heroes Con recap. It's myself, Who That Comics. We got Boston Chris in the house.
That's right.
He's got the Heroes Con shirt on. To all my friends who's probably going to join us in a little bit, I'll be sending the links out. Probably probably 15 minutes in. So stay with me. Stay with me now. Chad Ochocinco says on YouTube. Stay with me now. But yeah, so me and Chris came back from Heroes Con 2025 just this past weekend. Basically, literally almost a week ago that we both were there because we both arrived Thursday. Big Lion Cat arrived Thursday. Um, yeah, man, it was something to behold. I'll have to say it's a definitely experience I would recommend if people haven't gone. Um, and But yeah, I got a lot of haul books, a lot of stuff signed. I actually picked up some books towards the end. Chris shopped like crazy. He shopped so much that one day he just started following us around because he didn't want to shop anymore.
That was Friday. Friday. I made some good deals on Friday. I want to say like within the first hour and a half, and I was just like, all right, I need to slow down and see what I can do here. So that's what I did. I slowed down and I got myself, just kind of walked around and just took it easy. And then just started doing a little bit more, just kind of perusing of different stuff and seeing what was out there. Just because the hottest part with that show, I would say, is that there's so many good books in one room. I mean, really
Yeah,
crazy. And so it's very easy to drop all your money very quickly.
yeah. You can get distracted.
Yeah.
Like I am at the moment trying to find all the stuff I'm going to show. But yeah, it's you could spend a lot of money because the deal they have good deals on a lot of stuff. And you could actually be looking for a certain book, and then another book that's on your list is actually even better deal. So I did notice that. Um, so even BLC was looking for a specific book and around a specific grade. Went to a dealer early. I want to say Thursday, or was it? No, it might have been Friday. I can't remember exactly what day, but he gave him a fair offer. He basically gave them what the last sale was of this book, and they turned it down. I was shocked. Um, they turned it down, but guess what? He ended up finding his book and for the price he wanted. So it yeah, I feel bad. I don't feel bad for that dealer, but I was like,
No, not at all.
yeah, I knew he was gonna. I knew he was gonna find it. So, but man, I would say venue wise, the aisles were amazing, amazing. Aisles that you can walk through freely. Uh, the artists, some of the artists were more spread out. Like some of the artists have worked together, and they're like way on the other side. That's like the one little knock. It's like these two guys work together probably their whole lives, but one's across the other side of the con. So that was kind of funny. Um, and it's
Yeah.
not really, and that's not Heroes Con. I think that's like whatever whoever they're signed to the deal, like who they
Oh,
work.
yeah. The companies that they work for, yeah.
Yeah, so
Whether it be like those groups, artist
yeah,
groups and stuff.
yeah. Like for example, like a 4H Comics or they had the one with Klaus Janson and those guys was JG Jones and all those. I can't think of the name of theirs, but like that's kind of how that worked out. So that's kind of how you would have people separated who might have worked together their whole lives, and they're like, why is Paul Jansen around these guys? He never worked with any of them, Like he should be closer to John Romita Jr. and stuff like that. But yeah. So shout out to Boggs in the chat. We sending him a link in a few minutes, and shout out to K-pop. How y'all doing? Appreciate you guys hanging out. So, it was very cool meeting a lot of people. that I've known for a long time, like
Yeah.
years. That was a cool experience. Because I've never met Chris in person. I never met Jigs in person. Never met BOC in person. So it was like very cool meeting all these people that I've known way long. Got to meet Vogs in person.
Yep.
Brian LCS.
Lady Fantastic,
I got
Madam
Lady,
Blaster.
yeah. Madam.
See, yeah,
Madam.
Madam, Christina Payne,
Pain,
Legion of Comics. God,
Um,
there was so many people. Was it Rob Stacks? Digger Jim. I got my wheat penny. I met Jim. Trying to think who else. Was it Hiram? From Hiram's
yeah,
Comics.
like TFTV Comics. So you got Hiram. Well, Hiram has his own thing, but he works a lot with those guys. So it's Hiram, Roman. I'm trying to think.
Reggie.
I can't think of Reggie. Met Reggie Collects.
Reggie came up to us like old friends. Like that. That was fun.
Yeah. That was kind of that was very. Not saying it was nothing wrong with it. It was cool. It was
No.
funny.
It was cool. It was fun because he just came out of nowhere. It was like, oh wow, like because we weren't. That's the thing. There's so much going on. We weren't actively looking for him. Like I was with who that was like kind of trying to get just his bearings on what book he's gonna get signed, and all of a sudden just who that, and then all of a sudden here comes Reggie. I was like, oh wow, it's Reggie. I was like, and then I told him because he was just kind of like, hey, what's going on? This and that. I was like, yeah. It's been a long time. I was like, it's been a long time since I'm off at Hangouts. That when he first started up, and that was that was a long time ago. That's when like when Reggie used to hang out with us, in the back. It was Reggie, was it Doom, 143, and Alex the Comic Order. Like when they all starting out, they all came into the off air that we all used to hang out in and everything like that. And it was a long time. And then there's so many people, and I would say honestly, like that was about. So for me, I would say Heroes was basically 4 experiences in one. And what I mean by that is that, okay, so you have number one, going to a new city. Like I'd never been to Charlotte before. So that's experience number one, a new place, new city, everything like that. Number 2, meeting all these different people from throughout the community, some that I've known for a long time, some that I've just kind of heard of and hung out with and everything like that, like on here, never met in person. Then you have the actual convention itself, which is just like, it's just seeing this new convention, everything like that, and then just it was all that mixed in one, and then having so many books in one good, like in one place, was really good. Like I would say, overall, I had a really, really good time. I would definitely go back. I definitely think that it's one of the top cons I've ever been to. And so I would say, if you have the chance to go, definitely go. It's a good time. It's just for meeting people, and everything else like that. Only like if you're a social person, you want to get to know some of the people that, or at least get out, hang out with, and say hi to in person. Some of the people that we, just kind of see on different lives and just talking, in different hangouts. Like it's worth it. It's worth it to go. Like I would say, Terrificon is kind of similar in that way. Like you have a lot of people that will go to Terrificon a lot, and it reminded me a lot of that. And that honestly was the experience I was hoping to have. So it was good to see people from a different area of the country that may not get up to Terrificon, and they might not be able to go up to the con up north so much. So it's good to know that there's options that are there. Vendor wise, I'd have to say Terrificon has good vendors, but this one I had to say I've never seen so many of books that I've wanted, so many good books all in one spot. I've never seen that before, and so for that alone, I would definitely go back. There's only one other convention that I've heard is on that level. As far as books are concerned, that's Baltimore. So I will check out Baltimore at one point or another. However, going to Heroes made me kind of think about where it's like, when would I go to? When would I actually go to Baltimore? Just because I would like to do Heroes within the next 3 years. Like I'm not going to do it next year just because I can't make it an annual trip. It's just
and that's what I've kind of told you. What I said, I can't make it because of the distance, and it's not financially smart for
Hmm.
me to do it an annual trip. If I live
Yeah.
close, like some people, like even where Yahweh lives in, close to Atlanta, he was like 5 hour drive. Like if I was
Yep.
that close, it would probably be an annual trip. But by the distance wise, I can't make it an annual
Oh
trip.
no, no,
Like I
no.
said,
Like, I couldn't even do it.
I'm shooting for 2027. I think that gives me enough time
So I would
to
probably say 2028 for me. I don't know. I would say either 2028
look at this guy. Look at
or
this guy.
there he is. No, no, no. This man was at the con, and you wouldn't know if you were looking for him. You wouldn't know because he was mostly a shadow. Because that man was working like a maniac, getting everybody their signed books. BLC, I'll say this much: BLC, when it comes to when he works as a witness, that man is one of the most efficient witnesses I've ever seen in my life. He will get you whatever signature you need. He will make sure that you're there at the point where you need to be, and he will work with you all day long. Like if you got books, he's with you by your side the whole way, making sure everything gets signed. Like he was a machine all weekend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, yes. I'll say I'll also to talk uh, like I said, I was impressed by the aisles. I was impressed by the amount of books, the amount of
Yes,
people. Also, shout out to the people I met from Instagram that I met at the convention because I met a handful of people that that I had to look. I looked up later and it's like, oh, they from Instagram. Like Terry. I didn't know. It's like I was like when I met, I was like, man, he looks familiar. I just don't know. And I looked up. He's on Instagram. I said, all right. Then I met a guy who sells with Elite Comics 11. Um, oh man, I just said his name earlier. Oh man, I can't think right now. But I met him. Then he had like Kyle's Comics. Ali from Elite Comics 11 was there.
yeah,
The Couch Crew, which is Dustin and all those guys. I actually know them from Instagram. So
yes,
like
yes.
it was a lot of people,
Well,
like not just
and
from
then other
YouTube,
Dustin,
but
two brothers.
Instagram. Yeah, that's when I met Dustin, Two Brothers Comics, that I met. Like a lot of people I know from Instagram more so um, than YouTube that I met there as well. We got another person hanging out. Let me put him in here. Let's click this. Let's get. We're gonna introduce him. So we're gonna introduce this guy with a little. I didn't mean to click that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
So,
did.
so, so
I was trying to click the
Yes, you did.
arrow.
after we
Arrow.
introduce Vugs, I have a question for Vugs because so
Uh-oh.
day one, right? Thursday, we go in now. Was it BLC and who they had their exhibitor badge, right? I just have my lowly little VIP badge. So I can't. I'm not supposed to be in there on Thursday. That's just not. I'm not allowed. I'm not special enough because I'm not. I'm not press. I'm not none of that stuff. So I just kind of snuck in, just pretending like I did belong there, right? And I see Vlogs with his naked wrist, no nothing at all. Like there's no bands, no nothing. So I'm curious. Like, did you have a pass, like a press pass, or did you just wander in?
No. So the funny story is,
I know it.
I had a regular 3-day advance pass. The reason I got in was C3. I was helping them bring stuff in, and they tried to stop us. But Mark and DJ and Rob are like, he's with us. He's carrying stuff in. There's a lot of stuff we need to bring in. I
knew it had to
actually
be
did
something
carry chairs. I actually carry chairs and stuff.
No, I knew it was something because I was like, wait a minute. I was like, this dude either wandered in, which if you just wandered in, that makes it an even better story. I was like, but I knew it was something because I'm like, wait a minute, because I said that as we were going. So as we were going back to the hotel, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, Boggs didn't have anything on his wrist was just naked, just chilling out there. No,
Yeah, I
I
had a 3-day advance pass, and then the last 2 days, Matt, Heroes for Hire, his mom's older. She's like 70
Yeah.
something. So we talked to the advisor, and she's like, okay, don't tell any of my coworkers this, but I'm going to give you the blue wristband, the Artist Alley, because Matt's mom didn't want to go in. She's older. So I helped. He had his cousin with him who's really cool too, but he came on later. He was still sleeping. I helped So I said, hey, I need to help him just in case an emergency happens.
Yeah.
Because he needs help.
What's going on,
Because
lady?
he's in a wheelchair. He needs help going to the, like, bringing his wheelchair, waiting for him when he uses the bathroom.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I kind of cheated the system, but I didn't
Oh
really.
no. Hey, look, you know what? In the end of it all, I think that it was where you were meant to be. It's the way. So I don't think you cheated anything. I just thought it was fun that you were in there too. I was because, it was an overall good time, and I think that it was just really fun and cool
It's
seeing
funny
everybody.
because
I had
last
to.
year I was only there for one day because the next 2 days I had to work, and it was my first convention ever. Because I don't know if you guys knew, but I did sports cards before,
Yes.
and now I'm strictly comics. And I just tomorrow I have to post a 13-minute video of other con stuff. But
Hey man, do
yeah,
what you got.
no, it was worth it. It was
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was worth it. And also like we found a good food spot. But
Oh yeah.
I saw Southern Comics share it, and I went there, and all
You
of
know
a sudden
what's so
I told these guys, and they popped up.
I was like, yeah,
you know what
let's
was
rock it.
really good?
I ate there before, so I knew the place real
You know
good.
what was really good? As you guys know, 100%, I'm local, whatever. You know what's a really good place is inside the con. I kept going to that place near Adam Hughes's booth, the pizza place, the individual slice. Dude, that pizza
I got
actually
one
was pretty
individual
good.
slice. It was all right. It
It
wasn't
was
great, but it
pretty
wasn't
good.
bad.
I liked it.
It wasn't bad. But I will say,
You got Chris to buy it. Chris was like, man, I saw.
I was starving. That was
Like, I'm
Saturday.
hungry. He went over
Saturday,
there.
Saturday I had breakfast, and then I mean, like by the time I stopped back over to that pizza spot, it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like,
It was pretty late. Yeah, it was pretty late. Yeah.
I was like, because I remember that I remember that because you were in line for Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor, so it was towards the end of the day, and I remember like we spent basically the end of that day there, and we ended up closing the show, and there were plenty of people that were still like Ron Lim was still working, and at one point they were just like because we were he was doing
I would say like I want to say almost 30
it was
minutes.
like
When it was
6:30.
supposed to, yeah, it was like 6:30.
Yeah.
And then
On
they said
Sunday?
on the speakers like, okay, guys, we're shutting down.
Yeah.
For Sunday,
No, this is Saturday. Saturday, like people
dude,
still working.
there's
Yeah.
only one complaint with Heroes Con me. I wish Saturday was till 7.
I think it was a good.
Josh Middleton was still working too.
Josh
she said, ladies.
Middleton is cool.
Yeah, like, there was a bunch of people that were just sitting there, just doing their thing, and I mean,
Yeah, because we were walking, doing stuff. We were doing stuff, and they didn't really kick us out. They didn't shut us down. You know what I mean? It was like
I expected them to.
Yeah, so I was kind of that was kind of.
I mean, but because over in that corner it was like so it was Chris Claremont, Roy Thomas, Jerry Conway, and then across the way was Jim Stalin. Jim Stalin was there pretty late too. Stalin was sitting there chilling, doing his thing, and he eventually like walked off. And then just Ron Lim was just sitting there. He was like drawing and talking to people and this and I mean he was in his own world, like just working. I was like, man. And then like I think that it was crazy, like you said, like everybody who's kind of like spread out and this and that, where it's just like, you had like some of the more venerable people that had been there, that had been in the industry for a long time all over in that corner. But then you had Adams way out there, and it's like, oh wow, Arthur Adams is on the whole other side.
Him and Claus Jansen were like way on the other
side. This is the only con I've been to. I've been to 2 cons in my life, and they're both comics. One was for 1 day last year, and this was 3 days. I'm gonna make it a yearly thing as much as I can, but I was shocked it wasn't like almost shoulder to shoulder. But you know what? The halls were huge. Thank God.
I gotta read this comment. Lady said, Chris Claremont was Chris Claremont. And she has a funny story about that. I can actually tell it because I was right behind her in line.
Oh, I want Lady
Starlet offered Starlet was hitting. Starlet was hitting on some women. We noticed it. He was hitting on some
Lady
women.
coming on?
I don't know. I don't know if she's. I don't know if she wants it. She's more than welcome. But I'll tell a story what happened with Lady. So some guys were before Lady Fantastic and them Chris Claremont, and they asked could he take a picture of Chris Claremont. and they were like, he was like, no, I'm just getting over COVID, whatever. And then Lady and Madam was there, and Madam was dressed up,
Yeah,
and
she was Emma Frost.
he jumped up out of the seat, went around the table, told I think his grandson, I think that's who it was, to come take the picture. I was like, he went all out. He went all out, and then I guess I got a little residual effect for being like the second person behind them. I asked to take a picture, and he was like, "Yeah, you just make it quick." So he sat down at the table and smiled, and I took a picture.
Yeah,
that
I
way.
got a picture with
was,
Frizen, and I got a picture with Frizen and her husband, who I'm a
Nice.
huge fan of both of them.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we have a funny story about Frizen. Well, actually, I
So,
have.
so Jenny stayed in that hotel, so that was that. And then so we come back, and like there's this line, and she's just signing stuff and everything. And I guess like the rest of it. So she's signing stuff and everything, and then I guess like some dude decided to like slow the line down or whatever. And so who that like saw and heard it, he tells it better than I do. But go for it, man.
All right, so she the lady, if you want to join, let me know. I'll send you the link. So I'm sitting there. I said, "Oh, that's Jenny Frizen. She got it's a whole bunch of books she's signing. I guess a private signing.
Mhm.
So she's signing books, and then I guess some people pass with a dog, and the dog and she's like, "Oh, can I pet the dog?" So the person said, "Oh yeah." He brought the dog back. She's got down petting the dog, and she's just asking about the dog, being curious, like a normal person would be. And then her husband taps her on the arm and says, "All right, get back to work." So I started dying laughing.
Yeah, you working for school?
He's like, we got things to do. Get back to work. So that was pretty cool. She was at our hotel.
She's really nice. If you haven't met her, she's really nice.
I've never met her. I just saw her that day.
At our hotel as well. He was at our hotel
Yeah.
as well.
There was a couple artists that were there.
Scotty
And,
Young was at the Westin. He's cool. He's he's really cool.
Yeah, he's going to Terrificon. So and apparently he's actually very friendly with Beckerman. So
he is very friendly. Is Becker going to Terrificon?
Yes.
Yep.
Is this your first time meeting him or no?
I've met him once before, but I guess like Beckerman was saying that they're very friendly. So
who is it? The whole KC crew coming?
No, just Beckerman, because Beckerman's working with 4C. So he's gonna be working the con with them. But
I met Brian.
Yeah, I did too. We had a good talk.
And I chatted with him for a good little while, so that was pretty cool.
I ran into Chris quite a bit of times.
Every time me and Chris ran into Vogs, his first question, "Where's Jig?"
Where's Jig? You see him? Is he here today? I'm like, I haven't seen him yet.
Have you seen him? Is he okay?
Hey, you know what? Every time I see BLC, he's like, "I'm working." And then I'm like, man, I shouldn't bother him, but I just mess with him. BLC works his ass off. This guy works his ass off, and I love him to death for it.
Jigs, I sent you the link on email. I don't know if you still have that email.
Jigs is probably sick of talking about heroes.
I'm gonna send him the link anyway. I don't know if he's
And then the other two. So it was like our crew, as far as like us sitting in the hotel and just kind of meeting up as much as we did was me, BLC, Hudat, Yahweh, and then what's it called, Miss Alette as well. Like Miss Alette noticed us at a dinner, and then so he was out with his family just chilling, and then he came back and just talked with us for like another whatever until actually we shut down.
We stayed until the restaurant closed.
They kicked us out. Like if you guys want to talk, you can sit out there and talk. That's no problem.
They literally said, "You gotta look. I don't know what y'all doing, but y'all gotta get the hell out of here. Gotta get the hell out of here."
You know what? A really, really cool idea. Izzy in the Heroes Con group chat said, "Hey, next year we need to have a YouTube table."
I mean, if people want to put up money and do it, that's great. I'm just gonna be, running around. Or I mean, the next time
Are
I
you
go, I
guys
just
going running back next year? I am for sure.
I
No,
can't.
no, we live too far away. That's what we're just
I
talking. We
need
live too far away.
I need to I need to
recover.
rebuild funds again to do that. Like I'm not gonna
I need
lie.
to
Like
recover.
I have to.
it's
It's
an
too far in
expense.
advance for me right now.
You guys
He
will
won't know until his schedule collects. But I know me and Chris was sure not going
BFC, I
next
know
year.
you'll be back.
It's all,
Well,
it,
his
it goes
schedule.
by work schedule, so it's still
Yeah,
too far.
Yeah.
well,
Like I'll be
yeah.
back. It's
I'll be
most
back,
likely
but
gonna
it
be
is-
2028.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. It'll be 2028 the next time I
I'll
go.
talk Chris into 2027. Don't worry about it.
We'll
I'll
see.
get
We'll
him.
see what happens. We'll see. But you got Splash in the chat. What's going on, Splash?
I say
Splash.
that now, but if
What
the
you
dates
got?
if the dates don't fit, I won't be there.
Yeah,
Splash
no,
is-
exactly.
Yeah, so
And I'll say this much: Splash, you made a mistake by not going to the Heroes. I told you would have had fun there and everything else, but you didn't go. I
Splash
want
would
to
actually have
publicly.
had a great time with all the different vendors because he would have met vendors
yeah.
he's never met before, and he'd have probably found books he never saw before. You know
Oh,
what I
of
mean?
course, of course.
Yeah.
He would have said that, and then he would have sat there and told me, I see you got that book, but I'll buy it from you right now because I just don't want you to have it. Like he does the Bleak with that Savage sales. He's like, I just don't want you to have it. That's all. But I want to publicly go out and say, and this is I'm saying this for public record for everyone to know, Tony Sanders, you messed up by not going. I think that you should have been there because it would have been so much fun with you there. So when the next time that we all decide whatever year it's going to be, you will have to be on the guest list. I want no excuses. I want Tony Sanders there so we all can hang out and have a good time.
His Splash with us at those prices, though. So
I
I
don't
think
know.
a lot of those
I don't
vendors were crazy. Well, I'll say this: I didn't go to every vendor. That's very hard to do. First of all, even if
Yes.
even if you don't get signatures, it's very hard to do. I would say it depends. It depends on what you're looking at and what you're looking for from the vendors. The certain vendors had, like, for instance, I got a group of books, which I'll show this one book. I got this book. This is probably a 9.6, maybe a 9.8, and I got it for $5. But when you combine the other books I got them with, I probably end up getting it for like $3. So
Yo,
it's, so it just depends. Otto is here. So, but yeah, like now certain vendors, because BLC can tell you about this. Some were high, and you can offer them a fair price, meaning you can offer them what it's been selling for, and they still turn it down. So, I would. So it just depends. Like, so it depends. Well, we're not saying fly. We're saying drive. We know you don't fly.
I mean, trying to think from Texas over that probably would have been a big drive to Texas to North Carolina. But I mean, if you could drive though,
he could do it. He would do like BLC, like leave and then rest one day or something.
Well, that's the thing. Is like if you, I would say if you made it to Chicago, you could probably make it there too, which is not bad. Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, Otto. Like there were books. I mean, books beyond books. Like there was so
got
many
a deal on a book.
I saw her get that deal.
Because the guy was like, I don't like DC. Here's like how much off? Like $40 off or something.
It was crazy. Like it was like, I think it was listed like he had it at like 160. He's like, I can do better for that. He's like, I don't even like DC, and he told her another price, and that price was insane. I was like, what? So she walked out with a good deal.
Who did?
And just because the guy didn't.
Lydia.
Yeah, Lady Fantastic. I mean, it was funny because she just found the book. She's like, "Oh, how much is this?" And the guy's like, "Oh, I don't even like DC, so I'll make you a deal." I was like, "Oh my god!" And yeah, he made her that deal of a lifetime. It was great. But
yeah, it was. But I would say if I had to give it a grade, I don't know if I would do a CGC grade or just a letter grade.
Give it a CGC.
If I had to give it a CGC grade, because I'm putting all of my experience there. Not just the good stuff, also the bad. And I had some bad, which I'm not really going to get into, but I would give it a solid 9.2. That's what I would give it. If you take away those couple of bad experiences, it'd actually be a 9.6. But Yeah, close to 9.8.
Because I was gonna say, I didn't have I didn't have many, if any, like really bad or disappointing type things happen to me. So I would say for me it's a solid 9.6, solid 9.6. Like I mean, and the fact that just I was able to, and I counted on my list of my giant scroll of books I want to get, how many I saw that were there, and I think it was 29 books on this list were there. And I was just like, no, I couldn't afford all of them. I couldn't get them all. I did end up getting a decent chunk of them though. So I was just like, I mean, all in all, it was a great show. Like just about any book you're looking for, and then on top of that, the being able to hang out with everybody, the fact that they had stuff to do that was still related to the convention at night, like the drink and draw was fun to go to. I didn't quite know what that was all about. Knowing now a little bit better, I understand it, and when I go back to it, I would definitely go back and change.
I'll go back to it. I would do what that person did, like you said.
You just wait till you finish.
I would look around and see what the one artist and be like, and just stand there and wait till you finish and wait till you go and then tell people I want that.
I had Uber back and
we
forth.
We didn't stay together. We did not. We stayed in the same hotel, but we didn't stay together.
I had to Uber back and forth, but I wish I stayed for the whole art auction. Next year, that's the goal.
The art auction, only issue is it's long. It's very long.
Yeah.
I would go on time now. I'll tell you this. I will go on time when it starts.
I did.
Because then you get a seat.
We didn't get a seat, but I'll go early just to make sure I can get a seat so I can check it out for that. Probably about the same time we stayed before. But what's up, Legend? But I wouldn't stay to the end. But that's just me.
Because that was cool.
It gets late. It gets late.
I mean, it was great seeing all that art there and everything. And I'll say the drink and draw, so Lunch Money Comics, Mike, had he been there, he would have stuck to that. So there was a guy who looked like he was basically working with color pencils. He had black paper, and he did a Nightcrawler that was absolutely incredible. Like if the Lunch Money Comics did, because Nightcrawler is his guy. That's his favorite one. He would have followed that man to his car to get that Nightcrawler and to see what it was and everything like that. Because it was it was that good. Like that guy was just turning out like crazy. And so we chilled and had fun there. And then the art auction was cool. We didn't go to the big get together thing.
Is it true? Someone told me Christina was bidding on Izzy's, and she told the guy don't you dare bid against me or something.
I have no idea. I didn't hear anything about that.
I don't know nothing about that.
But I know that so there was a big group get together that happened on was it Friday night? Was it Friday or Saturday?
Yeah, the meet and greet was Friday.
It was Friday.
Friday.
So go next time. That was fun.
So we wanted to go we went to the drink and draw instead. But I mean, you guys went to that. So how did that go? How was that?
Really fun.
Yeah.
Right, BLC.
Yep.
The food was okay, but the experience was more fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, I would have liked to have gone to that too, but I was just trying to get the more of the full con experience, to see what everything was all about, just because I'd never been and wasn't sure that I was gonna get to something else. Oh, E-Man, what's going on?
E-Man, how you doing? How you doing? I didn't see E-Man there, but I knew he was there.
Yeah, no, I ran into him a bunch of times.
I saw, but I didn't introduce myself because I was so busy. So
you want me to send the link to anybody? I can send it.
Well, I asked and nobody said anything, so we good. But yeah, like I said, overall, I enjoyed it. I'm definitely coming back.
Yes.
My strategy will purely be a little different, but it's because I haven't met a lot of these artists and writers ever, because they don't come down to they don't come further south. That's why I did that. But next time I probably would be, if it would have to be somebody I've never met again, and I might do them, but I'm not doing the full out getting stuff signed. like but I probably would do more hunting. And he says, I saw you.
Did you guys?
He must have saw me on Sunday because I was only there for like an hour and a half Sunday, and that's the only time I dig for comics.
Yeah,
and I was gone. When I say I was there,
I missed a bunch of people on Friday. I bumped into certain people on like Saturday and stuff. I was a little better about it, but like Friday, I was just so I didn't bring a lot of books to get signed because I had seen a lot of it, and there's a lot of crossover with artists that are going to go to Terrificon. So I was like, all right, so like Claremont, Scotty Young, Adam Hughes, was it Jim Stalin, and a few others are going to be at Terrificon. So I was like, I don't have to worry about getting those. I can, take some books to Terrificon and get those signed there. So the only ones the two people I was very much trying to get stuff done by was Bill Morrison and Stephen Platt. And Stephen Platt's the only one I hadn't met. So other than that, like once I got done with those guys, and I started like looking around shopping, I had my headphones on, and I was just kind of looking in boxes and because people are like, oh, like did you see Christina Payne? I was like, no. I was like, where's she at? I missed every. I ended up seeing Christina at the very end of the show on Friday, and so
I'll tell you like my story real quick, and then I'm gonna show some of my haul.
Yeah,
show one
let's
part
all
of it.
show
But I agree with Lady. I think next time I go, I'm gonna do the full 3 days because Sunday was actually just that little hour and a half. It wasn't busy, it wasn't packed, in my opinion, and I was able to get stuff done. So I'm probably gonna do the full 3 days and just leave on a Monday. But a funny story how I met Lady Fantastic and Christina and Madam. So I'm with my wife and daughter, and we're walking around trying to get stuff done. And I'm looking like over the crowd to see where am I going next. I'm going here, like I'm pointing out I'm mapping out my strategy. So I'm just walking, and then all of a sudden I feel somebody tap me, and I look down and say, oh, like I didn't even know they were in front of me. I was literally about to walk through them and just keep on going. And it was funny how it happened because I said, man, y'all lucky I'm only 6'1". If I was like 6'5", I definitely would have been gone. I would have been gone. But yeah, it was kind of funny.
I think, other people can correct me if I'm wrong. But from my experience, as far as being out there, the hotel we stayed at was the Hilton Uptown, and I think if I'm not I think it's just about the same distance to the convention as the Westin was. So either hotel is pretty good as far as being able to stay close to the convention. It's like a block and a half either way, and so it was pretty good. Bonnie is tall. She who has that Bonnie is tall. And if you so who dad's daughter Bonnie, she's tall, for a child, she's a tall child. So it's just funny that Lady F was like, oh yeah, like Bonnie's taller than me. It's like she's probably around the same height.
She said, my daughter's 5'4", so I think y'all were probably the same height. I think she was the same height. She is tall. Yeah. She is tall.
Yeah, and she asked me about she asked me like when my daughter's gonna go, because I wasn't able to bring my daughter. My daughter and my wife weren't able to come down just because my wife couldn't get the time off of work and everything like that. And with it being, I thought that it was going to be a much bigger convention, as far as like busier and everything like that. So I was like, oh, I can't bring her down and because I was afraid that end up losing her or something like that, just because there's a lot of people running around.
If you're 5'3", then never mind. She was talking.
She'd be running around.
But like the difference. Actually, it's funny to get them two together. So they're about 2 years apart in age. But as far as height though, like my it's funny because like my daughter will look like a little kid next to Bonnie.
It's funny, yeah. It's funny how like they're technically like a year and a half.
Yeah.
But like when Bonnie makes her birthday, which is tomorrow, happy early birthday. But when she makes her birthday tomorrow, she ends up being 2 years. But like I think like 6 months, your daughter's isn't it her birthday like in 6 months or something like that.
Her birthday is in April, so April. She got
so it's like a little bit longer than yeah. So it's like when so it's like it's a little less than 2 years, but yeah, it's because they usually but it's kind of funny how that but they it doesn't matter. They're like freaking frat.
Oh yeah. No, they would have had a great time together. But my wife would have had to go.
Yeah. I'm gonna show some of the stuff that I got. I'm gonna show some of the raw books. That
My comic book.
Oh, I'm not gonna show it without you. All right. Dang. They just walk in the house. She sees it. But no. Be careful. It's bending at the bottom. Yeah. See it? You see it, Bonnie? All right. Y'all need my help? I might have to stop. But look, I'll show these books off. Bonnie will show her book off a little bit. And then I have some art and stuff, but I'll show that later. I'll show the art and sketches stuff later. So y'all already saw this book. I picked these up. I picked this one up. Anything with the green sticker was Capital Comics. They actually gave me a bundle deal on everything that I bought. So I saw they had a whole bunch of these high grade forges. I just picked one up. I could have picked them all up and then pre-screened them and see which ones get 9.8. Honestly, next year if I see something like that, I'm probably gonna do it. So
yeah, I didn't even go to Capitol, so I
went to Capitol because BLC went to them Thursday.
I just was all over the place. I was mostly wall hunting. So that's how I got kind of sidetracked. Oh, there you go.
So I picked up this. This is a high grade newsstand. They had a couple of them, but I got this from a booth. They were doing 50% off. So I got this from the 50% off box that they had. So that was actually really cool. Another book that I looked it over. We got a shot at a 9.8, but I think what is this? The first James.
Yeah, that's where he puts the suit on.
Yeah. So yeah, he becomes Iron Man, I think. But
yeah, because Tony's drunk.
Yeah. So high grade newsstand. I couldn't pass it up for 50% off. The price sticker was $15, so I ended up getting it for $7.50.
I think too that's around the time of the Secret Wars. So he's actually like people have said that like it's actually Rhodey that fought in Secret Wars, not Iron Man.
Not Iron Man, yeah. This book I only picked up because of our buddy TM, because he said this is an undervalued key. I got it for 50% off, and it has. I would say it's probably gonna end up being a 9.6, but it has a shot at 9.8.
Oh yeah, first Blackfire.
So he talked enough about this book. I didn't know what the key was, but I remember covers very well. So I knew this cover. They had a few of these. This was the best one out of the bunch, and another one I got 50% off. So I ended up getting it for $5.
Yeah, that's a good book for $5. Very good book.
So these next 3 books all came from Capital Comics. Like I said, I got a bundle deal. I think I ended up getting all of these 4 books for $35. So this next book, yeah, because I said what you could do, and he was so he gave me a good deal. So this book here is actually a Mark Jewelers, and it's the first appearance of Firestar. I think Firestarter. Okay. I think it's Firestar. Somebody can tell me. You don't need Iron Man 230, and I'll tell you this: it's another one that I'm probably going to send in. I'm probably gonna send these in for a pre-screen because I think it's going to hit 9.8.
You don't need that.
This was a first appearance of Mark Jewelers, and I didn't really even look up to see if anybody worked on it because I got this Sunday. And dig through the box, found it. Mark Jewelers' first appearance. I think it's Firestarter or Firestar. Somebody
did he know it was Mark Jewelers? They have it written down on there. Or something?
No, they knew it was. They knew it was. It didn't have a price on it, so that's why I had to get to see what it was going to be priced at. And they priced it at $10. But like I said, I got that, the Forge, and these next 2 books all for $35. But the price I think the price was $45. So I got $10 off. So basically, I got that book for free. I got that book for free when you really think about it. Yeah, no. This book here, I haven't. Every time I get like a little Luke Cage lot or some Luke Cage books, somebody always takes out this book, especially if it's high grade. This one's not super high grade. I'm putting it probably like a 8590. But it's Luke Cage, Power Man, issue 24, first appearance of Black Goliath.
Nice.
So, like I said, it's probably maybe about a 9.0. after I looked it over, it was the best copy they had. They had it priced at 20, but I didn't have this issue, so I ended up getting that one.
I don't know.
This next book, I actually have it in a 9.0, but I think this one is better grade. So, and I got Ron Wilson to sign the inside.
Nice.
Oh, Cottonmouth. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Cottonmouth. And when I say I'm going to look at the back of this book again,
Wow.
if I got to look at the back of this book again, I'm going to take the board out and look at the back of this book again. But when I say that this is after pressing it clean, I think this is going to be better than the 9.0 I got.
Yeah, back in the days, you could have got those books like that for like a couple of bucks.
Yeah, well, it was priced at $10.
Yeah, but
like I
still,
said,
back then it was cheaper than that. Yeah,
but I got the whole lot for $35. But like I said, this book here is probably like
that looks beautiful. That looks beautiful.
This is better than the 9.0 I got. So I ended up, like I said, got Ron Wilson to sign the inside.
Nice.
He actually worked on this book, even though he's not credited in the book. He worked on the cover. So I'm probably gonna send it in, and if it hits higher than the one I have in a 9.0, I'll be selling a 9.0. Jigs thinks it's gonna be a 9.6. Hey, when I say it's nice, bro, you might be right. The corners are sharp. Like it's the high. I've never seen the age of this book this high of a grade. So and it's gonna be the JSA label, the black gold label. So yeah, but that'll be later on once I send this in. So you have to wait for the 9.0 if people are looking for a Power Man 19 first Cottonmouth in a 9.0.
Yeah, I have a Cottonmouth. I don't know if it's that high grade though.
That's it for my raw books. I do have a couple of sketches and I got a couple of art pieces. My daughter's not here right now, so I'll wait for her to show her book. Oh, she's coming right now. She's gonna show her book right now. Oh, look at she's about to your friend's about to pop up. Come on, show your book off. Tell them what it is. Hey, come here, come sit down.
Daddy, you sent it in today? You mailed it?
No.
Bruh. Can I just show it to her?
Well,
I made a card.
well.
So show it off.
Oh, check it out.
Yeah, boo boo. Yeah, boo boo.
Yeah.
Yeah, boo.
So
it's Wonder Woman,
Yep.
Wonder Woman, Labubu, and there's these other ones.
wow.
There's the other ones that they have.
No, she bought us a
And it
comic
came
book.
with a sticker. And these are different exclusive from different conventions.
Boston, your daughter's
So
like,
the story
I need
behind
one.
this Labubu is the story behind the person who created Labubu. And
What
they do
is
different
Labubu anyway? I don't even know.
Title Comics.
Can I go get my Labubu?
Yes, you can. Real quick. Really fast.
Daddy, you're never gonna mail it. Can I just show it to her? I'm just gonna rip it open.
Okay.
What is Labubu?
I made it.
Labubu is a toy that's like very popular right now.
Very popular. I don't know.
Very.
What is your daughter opening, Chris? Jeez.
So this is my
It's
chair
for
my
Bonnie.
That's a chair for her Labubu.
Wait,
So her
well, she's not
Labubu has a chair.
She got a chair full of boobies.
And then this is my Labubu.
This is her Labubu.
I'm gonna put those on it. Fake
Okay.
eyelashes.
Look,
So
you
her
saw the-
Labubu has a Bucky shirt on because her Labubu loves Bucky.
Yeah, boo boo. Yeah, boo. Yeah,
And the
boo. Yeah.
little Labubu sits in the
Yeah,
chair.
they know boo boo.
Oh my
I
God.
don't know.
All right.
All right.
Did you want to show her that? Did you want to show that thing?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I
What
want to
happened?
show this to Bonnie. I made it
Oh,
for her
come back, Bonnie. You can see
50
something.
years ago, but my father never mailed it to her. So here,
I'm the bad guy now. I didn't.
so here we go. So Bonnie,
Okay, it was when she was feeling good.
She's here.
Bonnie, you were really feeling so well, and it was like years and years and years ago. But this guy forgot to mail it
Sorry.
to you guys. I just ripped it open, literally like ripped the
Yeah, she
whole
made a
entire
present and
paper.
everything. Yeah. All right, good. So
So first,
go ahead.
I made it.
Yes, I
It's
know
a
that.
comic book. First I got like these 2 hearts, and then on the other side I drew a picture of you, and it's like outside inside the sun. And then I said, and then on the top right here, I wrote, "This is a heart," and I said, "This is a bow." On the bottom one, this is a bow, and this is a heart.
Yeah, and then the picture I had, right?
Yeah, and then a picture of you.
Have they met?
No.
It's
I
your
think-
fault. It's your fault.
I know it's my fault. That's what it was. I thought I was
blame
trying to
you. We're going to court. I blame you.
Wow.
Wow.
I think Chris needs a lawyer.
I don't know. I don't know a good lawyer. I don't know a good lawyer.
I just
Well-
want to throw it in the trash.
No, don't throw it in the trash. Just give it to us. Just take a while. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you may want to update it. 'Cause-
Daddy,
Waddy,
are you kidding me? Why did you give it to? Why did you bring it when you?
I forgot. Relax.
Why didn't you bring it when you wanted to know it's coming?
There'll be more time. There'll be more time.
Yeah, listen.
It's
Okay.
your fault.
Thank you. We established that. Now you can throw the paper away. Yes. You want to make a mess. I didn't do that. Like the other mess is my fault, but this mess is not me.
So, but yeah, it was so that was cool because she found a Labubu, and they're actually gonna have 3 more exclusives. One more they're gonna have 1 exclusive at Terrificon. What's up, Someday? And we think it's gonna be Elsa, and the other 2 are gonna be at New York Comic Con.
Are you gonna have to
So,
order them or get someone to? pick them
You
up?
can order them. Like from when they sell them like online, you can pre-order them. But if you're gonna go to the convention, you can get them at the convention. But
So are
it's
you
very
gonna
very
go to
popular,
both
very
those
popular
or no?
toy, very popular toy, and a very
Yes.
popular because a lot of people are collecting the comic. And if it's anything like the toy, it could become expensive. So I don't know if Chris wants to show anything. Like I said, I only got some sketches.
Chris, you need a lawyer, man. Call Matt Murdock, man. You need Matt Murdock.
Call Matt Murdock. Yeah, no. I think if I get her a Labubu book, maybe that will settle out of court for a Labubu book. Or
Oh,
something.
settle out of court. Okay.
Yeah. So I got this con exclusive, which is kind of fun. I had about 18 of these, so I don't know where the rest of them went, but here's the wonderful program, which I thought was cool. So I
Yeah, I actually have one too.
I
so
do too.
Rosetta on the back, but yeah, so I have the actual program.
I like
which-
the back of it.
Oh yeah, the Frazetta. There we go. See, everybody took one. See, everybody took about. I took about like literally like 17 of them. I would just keep going to the table. So I had one in my
took
bag.
2. I'm gonna resell one
I just kept-
at my comic shop. See how much I could get.
So and then who did I actually gave this to me? I read this while I was waiting for Yahweh to come in because he was supposed to be he stayed with me, so he was supposed to be coming through. So I was sitting there waiting for him, and so I ended up he gave me the first appearance of Stingray. So I read this. Actually, a pretty good read. So and yeah, I could have got it signed by Roy Thomas, but that wasn't my mission. So
That's a dope
I
one.
was able to do that. And then also picked up. This was my first purchase of the convention on Thursday. Went to the Comics Carrying Cancer booth, and I picked up the
Yes,
art book.
sir.
That's a
So
great
you have
cover.
that. Yeah, and then just have the exclusive covers that tells you it's by David Sanchez. So I got that. I show the books I got signed just because I have them here with me right now.
Yeah, I'll show those after I'm done too. I won't show the other books.
Yeah, I won't. I'll do another video like my haul and everything I got. But so I said I had a mission to meet 2 people. So it was Bill Morrison and Stephen Platt. So I met Bill Morrison. Was able to get him to sign my Simpsons #1. So I have
I
one
heard
of
he's
these.
pricey.
No, he's not that bad. He's not that bad. Like he does. He will do. I think they were $10 each. And if you happen to have one that has a poster, he'll sign that too. So I got my Simpsons Super Stories #1, so he signed that, and then he also signed the poster.
Nice.
So that's cool. And then I had more than one Simpsons #1, so I have 2 of them.
Oh, shoot.
So I got that. And then, so I also met Stephen Platt, who did the Run of Moon Knight books that were at the end of the series for Volume 2. So got this one here. And actually, I found out that I need to invest in this little bitty fan for when they do the paint pens. Because I didn't have one of those little fans, and I saw people with them. I'm like, what the hell is this thing? And yeah, apparently like that's like a big deal to have that fan. So
shout out to my wife for helping me get that, because I actually have 2 of them. I actually have 2 fans.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then issue number 57, which I think out of these, this is my favorite cover. So definitely cool. And we got number 58, which also is really pretty cover. And then number 59, which is another really cool and really detailed cover. And I was talking to him about that. I was like, dude, how do you, because I mean, look at his cape. His cape, there's so much intricacy in there. I'm like, how do you have the patience for that? He's like, man, you just get in the zone and you just kind of keep going. I'm like, the zone I will never enter because I don't have that kind of patience. And then last issue, number 60. So good stuff there. So I was actually really excited to meet Stephen Platt just because he doesn't do a lot of cons. And, so the fact that he actually came out and did, the Heroes, he's going to actually be doing Boston, which is happening the same weekend as Terrificon. So I will be at Terrificon. I am not going to sit there and do double duty and head up to Boston I was going to head up to Boston to meet him. It was either all or nothing with Stephen Platt at the show. If he was there, great, get it signed. If he wasn't there, if he canceled or whatever like that, then I'm not meeting him. Not until he comes to something else that I'm going to. Just because I was just like, I'm not doing double duty on that weekend. I'm just gonna like Terrificon, specifically Terrificon. I'm gonna have a bunch of stuff that I want to get signed while I'm there. I know that Haley Atwell, Captain Carter, Peggy Carter, is gonna be there, so I'm hoping to meet her. I'm pretty sure I have the Tales of Suspense 70 somewhere. So if I don't have it, I'm going to get it.
I'll probably do another video as well, but I'll probably do the short of all the books I got signed.
Like I have just that little bit of.
I just recorded.
These are Yahweh has more than me, but I got stuff.
Yahweh has so many books, it's ridiculous. Yahweh really went all out with getting signatures. I mean, and he got a lot of stuff.
He cracked a lot of slabs too.
Yes.
That guy was out of control.
Yeah, Yahweh was fun though. Yahweh was a fun guest and everything like that. He was fun to meet. We had a great time.
I'll show some of my signatures just so I don't have to kill myself. I'll show one box, but this is one box. So I got a newsstand sign, double sign.
There you
go. Spider Woman.
What if 105? Great book.
Got that signed by DeFalco and
Ron Friends.
Ron Friends. This one already had signed by Klaus Janson, so I got JR to sign it now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Roy Thomas worked on the Invaders, so they have first appearance on the Invaders. So I got the second Union Jack signed by Roy Thomas. Was able to meet Stanford Green, so I didn't bring all of my stuff for him, so I just brought a few. I got that sign. He signed it right there in the red. That was like the only paint pen he did for that one. And then if you know about Juneteenth was actually that Thursday.
Yes.
So I ended up getting that one signed, but I had 2 of these, so I got both of those signed. One for myself, one for my daughter on the Juneteenth, and then I had one of the connecting covers I just brought to get signed. So I brought that. Let's go to the other books. Let's show you the other books I have in this box, and we'll kill this box. I already already showed that one. That's the second copy. So Roy Thomas also worked on some Luke Cage. So I got him to sign this 17 when it changed to Power Man. It's probably about a 9.2, 94 copy. And the PC. And the last one out of this box was, and a lot of people know him from Avengers, Roy Thomas. So things the first appearance of Squadron Sinister. Probably about a 6.0, 6.5, but got him to sign it as well on that one. So that was some of the books that I got. Roy Thomas's. I got way more than that, but that was some of the books that I got signed. One of the little bins that I put in the Spider-Man boot box. Shout out to Yahweh. He actually cleaned this book, and it came out way better than what it was. Stanford Green actually had no line when I went to see him on Saturday. Was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. He actually had no line Saturday. So I don't, this guy got him at the right time, I think. What's up? What's it? Random Reads. He says, hey, it's my first time going to Heroes. Chris' first time going to Heroes. So yeah, it's another damn Heroes kind of screen, and you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, no,
that was a lot.
A lot. You know what's funny is that everybody keeps, this is exactly what people said last year. Like, another one of these, of course. And it's the same thing. Actually, Terrificon streams. Man, there were people doing Terrificon streams in the middle of October because that's how much people liked it.
Random Reads is a good dude. Kevin's a good dude.
That's Kevin.
Oh no, I'm just messing with him.
No. Like that's what happens. That so you have the weekend, and then everybody goes and they make their videos, and it has a second life through all the videos.
I got one more video, and it's 13 minutes long because I got a plethora.
Yeah, I got one more video I pre-recorded. I'm gonna load up eventually. I'm probably just gonna load up as a short, but oh yeah, I know. I'm kidding around. Oh, Jay Salsa. I haven't seen Jay Salsa in a while, man. How you doing? But yeah, it was. You're gonna see a lot of these videos, and people probably be talking about it for a while. They had a lot of Instagram people, like I said before. I don't know if BLC wants to show anything, or you want to wait.
No.
But
I got some stuff. I got some stickies.
Gotcha. This guy, the hardest working man at Heroes Con.
Absolutely,
that's true.
So,
hey, shout out to him. He got an issue that happened to a book. I won't say what it is because when the book comes in, I'll show it off. But he helped me get an issue corrected on the book.
Oh, okay.
That an artist made a mistake. But so shout out to him for that, and shout out to that artist as well.
So is it on me or him?
It
looks like it's on you. Yes.
Well, like you guys, if you guys don't know, when you watch my shows, when I do a haul, like Boston said, I usually come out with a center block full of, books.
Yeah.
This time around, I did not have a chance. My haul this time around is very, very small. So again, not just like Chris was showing, I picked up also my booklet. This has where all the artists are and everything. It tells which booth and everything. Even has like some artwork in there, so that's pretty cool if you to pick up something nice. So this stuff was given to me by Jason at the booth. He had a lot of leftovers, so he gave me the Jenny Prism pink power one here. So
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, he gave me another one. Yeah, he had so many. So, and then another Jenny Prism. I didn't have this one.
Oh, nice. Cool.
I have a PC for Prism, like crazy.
Another Jenny Prism.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So all this was gifted to me. So I'm like, cool. Especially I didn't pick up much, so it's nice to have. So if I actually picked this up for my daughter, which I didn't give to her yet, I didn't tell her. She was into the Powerpuff comics and stuff, so they had this, which was pretty cool.
So that's
I forgot where I got it from.
So that's for your daughter. That's awesome.
Okay.
I don't know the same, but yeah, I don't know where I saw this. I know it was on somebody's table. I don't remember. So went by Comics Curing Cancer. So there was some books. So I had
Yeah,
to pick up-
I forgot to show my book. I got the same one like everybody else.
Oh, you
Yep.
sure? Because I got the
No,
last.
no, no. I got the. I should say I got like the
You
normal.
get the same cover as I did.
normal.
So I
I
picked up
forgot.
the last copy of
Oh yeah, there you go.
yeah,
The
it's,
awesome.
the metal variant by Austin Lemmy. This is limited to only 10, so I was the last one to get
Yeah,
one.
Christina was sad she couldn't get.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. So I picked that up. And then at our booth at Capture Collectibles, actually, we had some artists over there, and we had some books that was being sold at for Heroes Con, basically like a Heroes Con exclusive. So I picked up 2 copies of it before they sold out of them. And if you guys don't know this player, you should.
Yes.
I
Oh man, he was all right. He was all right. He
Yeah,
not GOAT James, but he was all right.
It was all right. So, yeah. So this is limited to 200.
Is that a comic?
Yeah,
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 yeah.
I want
59
that
out of
because I'm a
200.
Tario fan. That's
yeah, that was one of the exclusives. Yeah.
Yeah, so I picked that up. Before it was sold out, of course, but I did get a chance to pick 2 copies.
There you go.
Okay, BLC, you gotta send me one now.
So
Wait a minute.
so
How is it that I need to send you one? He just
so the guy who did the cover, Omar Rodriguez, who was at
Yeah,
our
we met
booth,
him. Yeah, he was
at
cool.
our booth.
yeah, we
Nice
met him. Yeah.
guy, and believe it or not, the dude lives 1 hour away from me.
Oh,
Uh
that's
oh.
awesome.
He
gotta get some
actually lives
commissions.
1 hour north. He's in Wilkesboro, Scranton area, and he was like, "Yo," he gave me his number and everything. Said, "Yo, if you want to hang out and stuff, let me know." So I was like,
Oh,
"That's how
yeah.
cool to do it."
You
So
have to
before
get
he
some
left, he was
commissions
giving
then.
out. He had prints, so he gave me a print and even signed it
Nice.
right on the bottom.
You'll have to get some commissions. Maybe he could do a Mets player for you.
You know. So this was cool. He gave me one of these. I was shocked. I was like, "Oh man, that's so cool." So I was like, "All right, for me not shopping, I was doing good, but not
Are
doing
you
nothing
a
at all."
Tar Heel fan? That's dope.
Yeah, listen, Jordan books, Jordan stuff, you can't go wrong. He's a great player. So I did pick up 2 books, and we were discussing this yesterday. And if you guys don't know, I'm a Thundercat fan, so picked up a
Yeah.
Thundercat book.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I know. Now you know. And Thundercat's #1. So I picked that up at a booth where I picked up a slab. And not only did it
that
have
your
that, it
first
had another
copy of
#1 where I
#1?
was trying to pick up, and I picked up a Super Friends #1.
Oh, nice.
DLC, is that
Newsstand.
Yeah,
DLC, is that your first #1 of Thundercats?
I picked that up.
He has like 5 of them, dogs.
Yeah, he's gonna collect every edition of that #1 that exists.
So, who that knows that I was looking for a certain slab, certain grade, this, that, and everything. So this slab that I was picking up was for a deal to send to somebody else, like a trade, So he didn't want the higher grade book, so he sent me the higher grade book, and he wanted a lower grade book because I was looking for a lower grade book. So he wanted the grade I wanted, and the price, and I told him the price. So we made a deal. He was gonna sell me his, and I was gonna get that one because I know I was gonna get that price because I saw that book all over the place, and who that touched up on it on the first place I went to, and that's the funny thing is that guy, the first one I went to, he had the price at 1,100. 1,100. I offered him a fair price. The other guy that I went to, his price was higher, and I offered him the same price, and he took the deal right away, no hesitation whatsoever. So you're not gonna see that book because I already had packed it, and it's on its way to the owner. The owner already sent me my upgrade, so you guys are gonna see what I traded for. It's the same book, but just a higher tier. So what I picked up is Iron Man #1, 8.5, white pages. All right. Now you guys don't know, I'm trying to collect every issue of Iron Man 1 to 332. This was one of the big boy books, of course, out of the lot, and I'm almost complete the whole entire run.
Very nice.
That was I was happy that I was kind of like involved with getting the other book because like he said, like I kind of mentioned before, he actually offered a fair price to the other dealer, and it was cash. And
Yeah.
they came back with an offer like he was paying with credit card.
Right. Exactly.
It was weird. It was weird. And I was
I
just
did
like,
the same deal at this other guy. And the funny thing is, I told the other guy, I said, "Yo, I made the same deal with somebody else who was $100 less price tag, and he didn't take it." And this guy instantly said, "Hell yeah!" And I told him when I walked up, I said to him, "I said, I don't think you're gonna take my price." He said, "Yo, I'll take 900 for it." And I looked at him like, "Yo, that was my price." I didn't even say that to him. He told me that. And the sticker price on his was 1,200. I'm like, damn. And that instantly cash money.
and we looked up,
put it aside. I'll come back tomorrow and pick it up. Because I was just shopping around. So I'm gonna shout out to who that got me good. He gave me something that I wasn't expecting. And the funny thing is, he showed this book on his channel one day, and he goes, "If you had it," and I was like, "No, I don't have it," and I didn't think he was gonna give it to me. But I got this 9.0 Jungle Action Black Panther book, issue number 7, 9.0 off-white to white pages with the label on
There you go.
This book is so
his reaction was, I wish I had it videotaped.
yeah. Let me tell you something. This book at a 9.0 looks so good. It looks so good. It looks better than 9.0. I'm telling you right now. It looks way better than 9.0, but it's such a beautiful book. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that, and I feel guilty because I didn't get him anything.
I was able to get a few of my friends, and my wife was like, "Do you have that? I know it's part of your collection." I said, "Yeah, I have a raw copy." I was like, I like the Jungle Action raw, so I was like, I have a high grade raw copy, so she approved.
So last thing that I found that I was looking for, wasn't really looking for it, but I said, you know what? I don't have time to go shopping and diving in boxes. So I'm going to go out, I'm gonna look at the wall and try to get a slab for at least an upgrade of what I have. So I looked around, couldn't find, check this out, I couldn't find my graded. Every place I found were above, believe it or not, 9, 9, 4, 9, 6s, 9, 2s, 9 0s. I'm like, where the hell are the 7, 7, 5, no?
5.
Yeah, they're all high grade. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, you know, if I had the money, but I can't afford that. I was looking for mine. So I was at one booth and I was looking at it, you know, the guy next to me was like, no, I know what there's a same book, you know, 8.5, you know. Basically, he was saying it at his booth, but I really couldn't hear him. So I know he was trying to tell me that somebody else had it, but I didn't know he had a booth. Believe it or not, I came across the same guy. He was at his booth. So he sees me. He goes, "Yo, do you still looking for the book?" I said, "Yes." So offered him a deal, and he took it, and I got my upgrade. So what I picked up is Captain America 117 First Falcon 8.5.
Nice.
Wasn't looking for an 8.5. I was looking for a 7.0 to 7.5. 8.5. It's a little higher. What I was looking for, we made a deal, so I got it.
DLC,
So,
do you
gotta check the grader notes and see if E-Rod could bump that.
BLC, do you have a graded Thundercats 1?
what happened?
Do you have a graded Thundercats 1?
I got 5 books.
Nice.
You got 5 of them. I was wrong. I thought I said 4.
So if you guys see the label, this is the old time label.
Yeah, that's the old. That's what I said. I wonder. I would let E-Rod or you look at it real closely because it's a probably good possibility. I would say it's probably 90% sure it's never been pressed and cleaned. So
Comic Link.
yeah, so
So,
that's a great grade though. I have a 9.0 that I bought raw, and I was like you. I was looking for like an 8.0.
yeah.
And then when I bought the raw copy, I said, all right, this shit hit. And then Dustin pressed it, and he said, oh, yeah, it should be. He said 8085. And then it hit a 90. I damn near flipped. I was like, what?
Yeah. And top of the loaf, who that? This is White Pages.
Yeah. Mine's off white twice. So you definitely got me on that one.
Yeah.
Definitely got me on that one.
So this is an upgrade. I have a 6.0, I believe. So I got my 8.5. I'm happy, really happy with that. So, you know, and that's basically all my raw books I picked up. The other thing that I got was some mega deal I got on Thursday. So,
I don't know if you can show a couple of them. If you want. I know it's a lot of them. There you go, right there. Yeah,
they're right there. So I'll show you the one that's open.
The mega deal that I helped them carry out.
Yeah, I couldn't carry these 3 boxes, you know. So this one's the top one. This one has the one sticking on top. So I don't even know how to even like take it out of here. So the story behind that was me, Boston, and who that, you know. Well, me and who that had vendors pass, so we can get in, and of course, you know, Boston could just walk with us, you know. So we got in.
I mean,
you know, so we were at Comic Curing Cancer, right across those in the booth, which was Capitals. So he had some action figures up. So I'll say, ooh, you know, how much? The guy goes $20 a piece. So I was like, oh, okay. So what happens if I buy multiple? He says, well, he's willing to drop it down to 15, depending how much, even go as far as 10. So I says, all right. So, you know, I looked around. I think we went back to our room or something. I had to go get money. Came back. So I picked out 16 figures. 16. So I says, all right, how much for the 16? So he looked at them. He says, all right, 200 for the 16. So I was like, all right. So I'm thinking about it. And before I can even think, he goes, how much will it take, you know, for all of it? And I looked at him like, all of it? He goes, yeah. Then he's looking at everything, and I guess that was his girlfriend or his wife that was working the booth. She's like, please take it, because I don't want to take it back. So I was like, okay. And then so he threw a number at me. He says, take the whole thing for $350. So I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there thinking about it, looking at it. I'm trying to count how many there are, because I know I had 16. So there was still more there that I was taking. So it definitely was double what I was taking. So I offered the guy $325. As soon as I said $325, boom, he took it. No hesitation, whatever. He put them in boxes. Who that? Thank you for helping me taking it back to the hotel. So I'll show you what's in this one box. I have a Joker. This is the Prison Joker one.
Are these all going to be in your PC?
oh, nice. Yes.
Yeah,
Cesar
I have
Romero.
some of these already.
I remember that one. He's playing baseball.
Yeah, this is the baseball where he escapes from prison when like a Jack in the Box from the pitching
Yep.
mound. So my daughter's a big Joker fan too. So I have a couple of Jokers already. So that'll add to the collection. So I know she's gonna claim that, you know, when I go.
Is this room just your stuff or her stuff too?
No, this is definitely gonna go to my big daughter who's a big Joker fan. She's definitely gonna take all these.
No, I meant this room you're in.
Oh,
No, that's the layer, man.
this is the Cat's Lair, man. So another Joker. This is the one where
Yes.
it says the opera.
Yep.
I got the opera. So of course, if you guys don't know, this is from the television series, you know. So I watched this when I was a kid, you know, and I even watched it on DVD and everything.
So did you clear him out of all his figures?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you guys didn't know, one of the episodes where he was tied to the roof and the sun was hitting him, so I got Batman tied to the thing.
Is that's Adam?
Wow.
Oh, it's Adam West. Duh.
I got that one.
Do you collect Thundercat figures?
Yes, I do.
Jay Salsa said, BLC, did you at least buy Who That dinner? It sounds like he did all the work. Hey, no, but he tried to get us to pay his bill, though.
No, I tried
yeah,
to get
yeah, always
Yahweh to pay
typically.
my bill.
Yeah, but he was at our table, though.
Yeah. No, but I told the waitress to go straight to Yahweh. So if you know it. So I got Chief O'Hara. And
Nice.
Chief O'Hara in the uniform, the cop uniform. So I got that.
And you keep them all sealed, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
ain't no
then
reason.
you got Robin in the wetsuit with the bazooka when they're in the bat boat.
Yep.
You got Robin in there. You got some accessories there. You see the bazooka right in the side. So I got that. To tell you the truth, a lot of these I never seen. So you saw the Batman one when he's tied onto the roof. There's the one with Robin tied to the roof.
Ooh. Are they all Batman figures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Batman.
Oh, no, I meant at the guy's booth.
Yeah. He was like all Batman. Yeah. Those
I got Vincent Price, Egghead. Excellent. I don't know if you guys remember Shane, cowboy dude from the TV show.
No, I don't remember him.
Yeah, Shane says, "You know I ain't good in a fair fight, Batman."
And this is just from one box to let everybody know.
Yeah.
This is
This is one box. So
it's
then
not-
of
it's
course,
not like
I got a regular Batman.
There you go.
So regular Batman's on there.
Oh, he's gonna box.
Yeah, and then I got the this is the episode when Batman and the Riddler do the boxing fight. So he's in his role
That's
with the
pretty
boxing
sick,
gloves.
man. No, I like that.
Yeah, comes out in the boxing gloves, and the Riddler try to get him. So I got the regular Dick Grayson in his regular clothes. That's
Oh,
pretty
wow.
cool. Dick Grayson. That's dope. And then I got Shane in the prison uniform. So
Uh-huh.
Shane's. Yeah. You can see the back. They got like a whole bunch of
Yeah.
of, you know. I got King Tut when he's in his surgical thing when he's doing one of the episodes. Right here, it's something with the some type of bug, back an ancient type bug or something. That's why he's in his uniform. I got that. King Tut. Another Batman, different one than the other one, just a plain Batman, but I don't know, it's a different type of on that one. And then I got King Tut in his regular clothes. That's King Tut. And this is just one box. Another Egghead. Different uniform in there. They're all in clothes that some type of episode from the TV show. So
Yeah, I like that. I like that. It's kind of like from a certain episode.
yeah. And the last one out of this one is I got the Bookworm.
Nice.
You know,
And how many? How was that? The 16 figures, or that was? How many that was? I think that-
so.
I forgot how many we counted because I remember we counted that box.
Yeah. So this
Yeah.
one, let me see.
So now, were those the ones that you chose from him? You're like, all right, I'll take these ones here, and then, or is that just a mix of everything?
Some of these, the ones that I showed you, were the ones I picked, but a lot of them were the add-ons. The other ones are probably some in the box.
There you
Yeah.
go. But that's good stuff, man. Like, because that I mean,
One, two.
that's one of those deals that's like, just amazing because it's like you get all this extra stuff, and then whether you choose to keep them, move them, whatever.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of really cool
That
stuff.
that was 17 figures right there.
That's 17 in the box in that box, and I think that was the smallest box, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, these were
What was that?
standing up. So
Yeah,
this
these
is
were
probably
standing
the
up.
smallest one here, and then another
Yeah.
big one here.
Yeah, and that big one has at least the same amount of more than that 17.
I bet you. Now here's the fun part: if Otto was still watching, he'd be jealous of this shit. Like, what? How'd you get all those?
He got him because the guy wanted to get rid of him.
I know. Otto be I feel like that's just just an awesome, cool pickup to get. And then on top of that too, like I said, you got the ones that you wanted, and then you got other ones extras if you trying to move them or keep them. What what I mean? It's just a great conversation piece. If people you show them off and everything like that. So yeah, man, that's a great haul. I mean, that's a great way to start off a convention. That's how you know it's gonna end up being a fun time when it's just like
Yeah,
the
but I
day.
wasn't
Yeah.
planning to get it.
Evolve, you had something you wanted to show?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he didn't plan on getting that. That was kind of funny. How
Oh,
he
I
got
know.
it.
So
But that's what I mean is like you start off and then all of a sudden say, "Oh, the show's not even open yet. I'm coming out with this giant box of stuff. This is great."
yeah.
And the
I
funny thing
planned
is,
on
this was
buying
on Thursday.
the first two
Yep.
items. And I was looking through a box, and Austin LeMay out of the Kindness is Hers, like, you don't have to buy it. I'm gonna buy it for you. It was like $6.
Nice.
I'm a big Batman, Batgirl, Rogue, and Deadpool fan. Those are my 4 PCs. Everyone
There you
else goes into a separate box. But I was looking for this one. It's World's Finest 169, the third appearance of Batgirl.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
That's really cool.
That's
My-
one of those things that I've kind of told people get. If you can't get the first, get the second or third appearance.
Yeah, I'm a Barbara Gordon Batgirl fan, like I said. And then my favorite female character is Rogue, and then it goes Batgirl. Cliff found these at a booth and gave them to me. I don't know why. Again, I offered to buy. I was shocked because I was actually looking for this too. It's Uncanny X-Men 171. Rogue joins the X-Men.
Oh yeah, you joined the team. There you go. Good book.
And then he gave me the ROM second appearance
Oh, nice.
and the fourth appearance.
Really
I have
cool.
the first appearance from Austin LeMay because last year I was on Mad Spidey's Outback and he's like, I've heard you're a Rogue fan. I said, yeah, I hope eventually I could get a low grade Avengers Annual 10. And he's like, message me on Instagram. He sends me I think it was like a 6.0 copy of Avengers Annual 10 for free.
Very
Oh
nice.
wow.
For free. And I didn't ask for this stuff. This was gifted to me at the con. You'll see a video tomorrow when I post it late tonight. But I label stuff when I go to cons to remember the experience. So this is the Comics Curing Cancer art book. I wrote DJ Links, Rob Fastax, Legion Comics, YouTube 2025, Heroes Con. That's how I remember stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I put sticky notes, so I understand.
Deadpool Wolverine. Was signed at the meet and greet by a lot of people. Probably missed a few people, but hopefully I got most. I got BLT in the corner. BLT was the first one to sign it, actually.
Very cool.
So I love that. Jenny Frizen signed this one for me.
That's a nice cover. I like that.
Oh, I collect IPC Frizen. John Jang.
Oh yeah.
John Jane, great guy.
Yep. I met those two last year. Didn't meet this guy last year. I'm happy I met him, and I have more of his covers. So when I meet him again, I'm definitely gonna get more. It's Batgirl 34, Joshua Middleton.
Oh yeah. He has some
there.
good stuff.
He's a nice dude. Adam. So my favorite, like I said, favorite male character is Batman. Then it goes Deadpool. Female goes Rogue, then Batgirl, and then everyone else is behind, but I still PC them. Rogue the Savage Land, Adam Hughes.
There you go. So you got it signed.
Yep. Scotty Young, Deadpool Secret War.
Oh wow, that's cute with that with freaking Deadpool on top.
Yeah, it
he
makes
said
me
stomping
laugh. Nick's Kicks and Comics sent me this a few months ago, and I got Austin LeMay to sign it. It's the Sav.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before.
And then I bought this from Roscoe. I didn't read Something's Killing the Children. I heard it's a great story. I know Frizen has great covers. But I bought this because I grew up with Hey Arnold. Did Something Killing the Children with Helga.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And lastly, it's hard to see. It's at the bottom. It's 20. It's Brian LCS's The Doctor.
Nice. Very cool.
And then I stopped by Marvin Wynn of the Edges booth, and he actually months ago asked, or like a year ago said, like, hey, does he? I was mutual friends with him and someone else I don't talk about, and then Paul in the 619 and I are friends with him. He sent me. I'm in issue 11 because he said, hey, if anybody wants to be in my book, send me a headshot. I'll make you a minor character. This is the panel I'm in. The guy in the bottom is Trev. Then you got my friend Sensei Domino who does comics. Or I'm sorry, sports cards. And then
I
that guy's
found you.
me. And that's
Yep.
me.
Yeah,
Awesome.
And he shocked me. He's like, oh, I may have something for you. So I bought that for $20. But that's
Very
all I have. Hi, Christina.
What's going on, Christina?
hi Christina.
I don't know where who that went. Oh, do you have moderation on his channel?
Me, no.
Yeah, Christina does.
Oh, I
Christina
thought I meant controlling on him. I was like, oh, I thought Chris did that. I
Hey,
was
no,
like,
no,
"Hey."
no. I'm here. I was gonna show. I got a couple more things I'm gonna show, and we can just chat it up a little longer. If anybody else anything else they want to show.
Yeah,
no
I don't
problem.
work tomorrow, so I'm lucky.
Yeah,
I do.
work
I
tomorrow.
gotta
I'm not-
finally go
Yeah,
back.
I unfortunately do work tomorrow. Like,
Yeah, me too.
my fun time ended on Tuesday. Tuesday was it for me. But
So,
I
like I
will
said,
say that.
yeah, shout out to Christina Pan. She was so sweet meeting her.
Yes, she was.
Yeah,
I forgot to show this at the beginning. So what I've been doing on my channel, I've been like doing like if somebody sends a $10 giveaway or more, either if it's more than one person, then I'll put you on a wheel and I do a giveaway. If it's one person, like Steppo did one time before, he ended up winning. And I sent them the book. So for this show, I forgot to show it. For this show, these are the two books that I'm giving
Nice.
away. If I get a $10 chat, you'll be on the wheel. If you're the only person, you automatically win. It happened
When
with
does
Steppo.
this end?
At the end of the stream. At the end of the stream. And you don't have to pay for shipping if you're in the US. I'll send it to you. But Marvel Team Up 16 and it's Captain Marvel 17. So if somebody does do that,
Chris is like, come on, I got this. No.
Chris probably already has a little bit. So these are the last two things I purchased. And plus I'll show my sketches. So let me make this up a little bit bigger.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I bought this. This is right next to CGC. So they had people selling like art pages for like the cheapest I saw one was $30.
Mm-hmm.
This one was actually from I didn't get the artist wasn't there, but it was inked. This is Incredible Hulk 609. When I guess this is the storyline when Cap turns into Hulk. You can kind of see it there. Yeah. So it's like, so I thought this was really cool.
Yeah.
This was I'm trying to think. It was Weeks, I think. Not Weeks. Let's see who it was. It was like Martin something. I have to look up, but I think it's but he wasn't there, and so I just picked this up for thought it was relatively cheap. I think I got it for like $60.
Yeah, that
So
was cool.
that was cool. This I had pre-purchased from ArtCon, and this is Mike the Falco, I think.
Mike DeCarlo?
Mike DeCarlo.
Yeah.
Mike DeCarlo. So he did a full Hulk pencil and ink trying to lift Mjolnir. So I just thought it was cool.
That's awesome.
Oh man, I could lift that up with no problem.
Yeah. So we'll just put that there.
I could lift that up with one hand.
And I also have my program as well. My program. I had a couple of them, but I got one right before I walked out. That's the one that's in better condition.
Yeah, I had a bunch, and I had my one that I kept pristine, and the rest of them I just kind of I used them to try to find where people were at. So,
You collect TMNT book comics, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
He might have one.
I met Keith Williams. Super nice guy. Super reasonable prices for sketches.
Yeah. That was on Thursday.
I could have got it done I could have had it done before Friday.
Yep.
But we just missed them, so I went there first thing Friday.
I think I was with you, wasn't I, when we met?
That's nice.
I gave the idea for Black Cat.
Yep. So I ended up going with Black Cat. I was thinking about Medusa, but I'm going with Black Cat, and he killed it.
I was with you, Houdad and Chris.
All right, my daughter wants to quickly show her stickers, and then I'll show my last sketch.
Okay, so I have this big one right here. This is my big little boo-boo.
Boo-boo.
Then I had the one that Pop Marky gave me.
That's a little boo-boo.
This one.
And that's a little boo-boo.
Then I have this one.
Nice.
Then I have these two.
Oh, wow.
Get all the whole collection.
I guess they come in different colors.
And that's it.
Yeah, they come in different colors. They said that's it. Bye. They come in different colors. They do come in different colors. So this last sketch I got done, I would love to get it inked, maybe get them inked, by somebody, over time. Maybe get like Klaus. Who does inking? I think. But I'd love to get them inked. I'll just say it like that because I think they will look even better inked. But they're all just in pencil. So I did a jam piece of the Fantastic Four, and
oh wow,
you did that?
No.
I got them done by Scott Shaw, Ron Wilson, Kerry Gamble, and Mike DeCarlo.
Nice.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Kerry Gamble killed it. Kerry Gamble killed it on Invisible Woman.
Yeah, the Invisible Woman looks awesome. I mean, so did Mike DeCarlo though, because that Human Torch was great.
Yeah, him and Torch. And Ron Wilson. Ron Wilson, I think it looks great as I get closer and you see it in person. But if this was inked, oh my god.
Yeah.
And that's the Scott Shaw. He did like the old '60s Mr. Fantastic. So.
That's cool.
To me, it was a great way to get a whole bunch of art done at a reasonable price because these are under $200 to get them all done.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was like that. I think the most expensive one was Kerry Gamble. As you can see, it was $50, but he did a real good one. But the rest of them were like like $40 and $2 $30 ones. So can't complain. Can't complain. Ron Wilson, if you know him from the thing, you could really see the impression.
Yeah.
So that was an idea. I forgot who said it, and I kind of took the idea and ran with it because I think that's a good way to get multiple artists, especially like maybe artists that are more expensive to get stuff done by them. You can get some sketches done, some little remarks. That's what I call them, little remarks. Done on your sketchbook, and if they just do it in pencil, that's fine. You probably can get somebody to ink them later. And it was easier to do it because I got all the guys from 4C. So I set it up, and I told you, I said, all right, start. This person's gonna start on it, if you can just get the book and just pass it around to the 4 people. And he's like, yep, no problem. So that's how I got that done. It actually got done relatively quickly. I went like at the end of the day to pick it up on Saturday, though. But it was done. I got them. They started on it Friday. But that's all the stuff besides the autographs. I'll show more autographs like on a short. I'll do. I got like three other boxes to show on a short. But overall, I'll say definitely go to this convention. Great experience. If you're looking for comic books, great to go. If you're looking to meet artists, great to go. Or if you're just trying to go to get CGC on-site grading, if you live close enough to do on-site grading, that's another reason. That's some people I know. That's what Mr. Let, he went just to do on-site grading, basically.
So
super cool guy.
So all stayed at the same hotel.
Yeah, so. And,
he was premium level though. So because when we're in the hotel,
I would love to. Yeah. We couldn't go visit his room. If he used our key card, we couldn't press the premium level.
Yeah, he said, I pressed 21 and I said press, and I was like, no, you got to use yours. Like,
is he in a suite?
I don't know. He was in something cool.
I don't know. Premium level is premium, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
regular.
What hotel was it?
2021.
It was the Hilton. It was the Hilton.
Premium levels.
It was the Hilton. It's like because how the convention is, the Hilton's on one side, and the what's the other hotel?
Westin.
Weston's on the other side, so they literally are right next to the convention.
Okay.
So you can't go wrong with either hotel.
That shows who that had to come out our hotel on the second floor, come out through the backside. It's right there. As soon as you come out, go right through the parade. Boom.
Right
Show
there.
walk.
Short walk.
Okay.
So yeah, but overall, like I said, definitely check it out. If you're able to get in early, for the VIP. Definitely, if you could, get even in earlier, just to walk around. Like if you've never been there, you can get in to walk around at least to see where everything is at. That's even better. The only knock I would say, and this is not heroes, is actually more on the people who had the tables. They covered up the numbers of the tables, so a lot of times I didn't know where I was at.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So if maybe they can tell them not to cover the tables, when they're putting their stuff down, like, hey, just leave this little square so people can know to find you. Yeah. So I had an issue with that because a couple of people didn't have stuff behind them. Didn't have what they call it, like piping and stuff like that, stuff behind them with their name and stuff. So if you didn't see them on a table, you would miss them. Because I didn't find like Chris saw Lee Weeks. I didn't even see him. And Ralph Macchio, not the Karate Kid Ralph Macchio, Marvel guy Ralph Macchio, he had nothing there. And I didn't know he was there, and I passed him up probably like 3 times or 4 times, and he was really right there by Al Milgram and them.
Some people didn't have anything behind them, just to
they were just sitting there, and Al Milgram was another one. He didn't have nothing there, and if I didn't know where Jim Starlin was at, I would probably never knew he was there because he was right next to Jim Starlin. Yeah, he's like literally right around the corner from this.
As somebody who spent 3 years looking for John Zhang. And last year, I had to get a selfie with him to actually know that he existed. I was like, oh, my God, you exist. You're real. I thought he was a figment. I thought they made him up. I thought he was just some random guy that the comic book industry just made up to make me sad. And no, he was a real person. So I was like, oh, wow. So I've done the same thing.
Right across from where I was.
Yep. I've walked around and just, miss people that I'm like, dude, I he comes every year. Like, I've never seen him. So that I would say I do appreciate how they have the big signs in the aisles, and so it makes it easier to try to find people, just because Terrificon is kind of notorious for that. Like, they'll tell you in the program, it'll tell you where some people are, and sometimes there's people that are that are at the show that they don't tell you, or they've moved and they don't they don't update it. So that's how I missed John Zhang for 3 years straight, and then I finally found him last year.
Yeah, so
at 100 and ends at 2,200. So that's how many rows there are. So It's long. It's a very long con. You're gonna walk a lot. I know my feet were killing me. Walking from
Yep,
one
my
side
feet
of
are
the
so
con back
killing.
and forth, you know.
And actually, my feet weren't killing me from walking. It was just standing in line
Yeah.
still,
Standing
not
still
moving.
hurts the most.
Yeah, that actually hurt the most. Walking around was actually fine with me. It's
Yeah.
just that standing
You take
still
the
actually.
pressure off when you're walking. That's why. When
Yeah.
you're standing
So
still, that's the pressure's at the bottom of your feet. You ain't doing nothing.
yeah. So like and so and only other issue I had besides the table issue with the numbers, and I would say this tweak it a little bit. Like somebody like Roy Thomas, he's only there one day. If you could talk him into coming in 30 minutes earlier than the start time, like some of the other VI, bigger guests were there, because John Romita Jr. he was running down the aisle at 9:30 to be there for the VIPs at 10.
Roy was only there one day. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was only there one day, and the biggest thing with his thing, it was saying, and it's not really a big thing. They could just tweak it. Is he had a panel at 12, so when he showed up like at 11:15, he left. Then he came back.
You talk about Thomas?
Yeah, Roy Thomas. Yeah.
His panel was at 11.
Oh, okay.
And
we came in at 10. His panel was at 11.
Right.
And yeah, but that's why I said just tweak it, maybe move it an hour later, and so he could do the panel and then have lunch and then come back. You know what I mean?
But when he first showed up, he had to go do something with CGC first, which was right there. So he was like, he has the guy, the handler said he had a commitment first. Once he's done that,
that didn't take any time.
Then he was warning everybody. He says, we're just letting you know that at 11 o'clock he has to be gone doing the panel. Then he'll be back. Then they said that whoever, after he leaves at 11 o'clock, everybody gets a ticket who's already online. So just come back, you show your ticket, and you get back online. So, because I was
one of those people. I
was on that line early, and I was with Terry GSA, from Instagram.
Yeah.
And he was only online just to get a photograph of Roy Thomas. He waited all that time. We got up there, got all the books signed, and I told the guy, the handler, before he was even signed, can he get a photo? He didn't say nothing. So when we signed all the books, they're like, can he get a photo? And he told them no.
Oh.
Yeah, so he stood up there for nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. Just for a photo. It took 1 second. So it is what it is. So
it was so funny. You couldn't take a photo, but you could take a video while you're getting your stuff signed.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand. I didn't understand the photo.
Oh, when he came back after doing the CGC stuff, he came over. He didn't even go to the booth. He went over to Jerry Conway's booth and was taking photos right there.
So weird.
Yeah, it was. And Jerry Conway was taking pictures with no problem. I saw people take pictures. Chris Claremont, it depends on his mood.
Yeah.
It depends on his mood, because he told people, like I said before,
how
lady,
long would it
and
took take a photo, click, and leave.
Yeah.
But
my wife took a. I think I shared the video. My wife took a video of me doing it. I think I posted it already. So I actually have a video of my, getting in line. It might even have the moment where I asked to take a picture, and he goes, no.
Yeah, this year Roy was only there for 1 day. Last year he was only there for 2 days, and he was late on the first day.
Yeah, so John Romita Jr., I have to say, he was the special guest, and he was great.
Oh, he was
great.
Yeah, he's always a nice guy.
He was very nice.
Always nice.
I'll tell you like this though, if you're gonna get something signed, just spend the extra $30 and get a remark with it. That's my thought process on, because his signature was 30 and the remark and signature was 60. So I was like, you can get a Spider-Man a little remark and a signature. I would advise people just to do that. So because I ended up doing that, I ended up doing a little remark because it made more sense. Actually, it made more sense for me because I was getting it graded. Because it was $40 to get a signature and grading, or $60 for the remark and grading. So I went for the 60.
So for people who want graded books, who that learned this, it was like, who that, you can just drop off your books. I get a sign for you if you're getting it graded.
Oh, I already knew that. But some of the people I wanted to meet, so it was
actually. Oh yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you do, that's another thing. If you have a CGC account, or even if you don't have one, you can use people like Captured or have other companies as well. If Captured's not there, and you can just either mail them the books, or if you're going to the convention, drop them off that Friday, and they'll take care of everything, so you don't have to waste time in certain
If you don't want to
lines.
meet the artists, I mean, you can still meet them if you have all the books for yourself.
Yeah,
I mean, just less things for you to carry and less things for you to worry about. You know,
yeah,
because that's
yeah.
what I was on Road Thomas was line for. Not only did I have, you know, I have also my books in there, you know, but I had all the other customers, you know, one shot to get everybody's done and then head back to the table. So, you know, that's why I'm always running around.
When's your next con, BLC?
I'm going to HersheyCon next month.
HersheyCon. So anybody got anything else?
Even though his name wasn't on the list, I took a gamble. I brought 2 books anyway, so Renko wasn't there.
Yeah,
And he's not going to Terrificon either. So from what I heard, he's taking a little time off. And
Are you
he might be
working?
limited he might be limited to go to do cons. So if you're looking to get a Sorenko signature, if he does show up, you better start getting those signatures in because I don't think he's doing
Same thing about Shooter.
Yeah.
Thing about Shooter, but
Shooter-
more because of Shooter's health.
Yeah.
And I would say to add along with that, if they do a CGC private signing,
Mhm.
if you're not gonna be able to meet them, you want something signed by them, just spend the money and get it done.
Yeah, you better.
Especially for Shooter more so than Sorenko,
BLC,
because we know Shooter is really sick.
Are you working, Hershey?
No, Hershey. I worked Hershey last year. This year I'm not because they're not there.
Yeah, so
My next working con will be Terrificon, and that'll be in August.
So do you guys have anything else about Heroes Con?
Nope.
I
Thanks for having me.
say thumbs up.
Yep.
If you can go at least one time in your life, I would say definitely go.
Yeah, it's experience worth doing. Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely that. Save up if you don't live close with. And I say close, I mean like within driving distance, or if you drive long distances like this guy BLC, it doesn't matter. But save up at least 6 months if you're going to travel like me and Chris fly. What else? A recommendation I could say: set a game plan up as what you want to get accomplished, because you cannot get everything accomplished, and you cannot see everybody that you want to see, meaning artists. So have to set up a game plan, pick certain books. If you want to do signatures, if you want to do on-site grading, pick certain books, especially if you're traveling, because that's would weight. Use facilitators if you have the money to do that. Take that to your advantage, and if you can scope it, if you can get the VIP at least, I would recommend it, because it costs more, but you get a T-shirt, you get a bag, you get a whole bunch of other little stuff, and you get in an hour early, which is a big advantage.
How much is VIP for 3 days?
VIP was $150
for 3 days,
which is which is
3 days.
It's a steal compared to some other stuff.
150 for 3 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
but
that's
the T-shirt, you get a T-shirt that costs $35.
Yeah.
So what is it? 75 for the 3 day.
Yeah,
so
75 for a regular 3 day.
Yeah, so when you add up the T-shirt into it, the other little trinkets, and the hour early, they're not gouging you. It's worth it. It's worth it. They're not gouging you. They're not gouging you for the
I
VIP.
mean, again, the prices for this con, like you said, the VIP, the 3 day, and on top of that, you can bring in a kid, 16 or
16
younger,
16 and free. Yeah.
Free. I mean, that's unheard of for a con show. I mean, that's just awesome. I've been lucky. This con has been very lucky time wise for my work schedule. 4 years in a row, I've gone to this con. I drive, and if you go by the GPS thing, it says it's a 9-hour drive. But when I went home, it took me 12 hours. That's because we stopped and ate lunch at a restaurant, so we were there for like over an hour. So that traffic was good. And again, weather at Heroes Con, I've been 4 years in a row. 4 years in a row. It's been good. Didn't rain.
Yeah.
Friday weather was awesome. Had a breeze. It was beautiful.
Yeah, Thursday and Friday were Thursday I didn't count because it's not really a con day, but those were amazing days weather-wise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Saturday
Saturday
was a little warm.
started to warmer, but it wasn't there yet. But Sunday it got warm.
Sunday was hot. Sunday was very hot.
Yeah, Sunday got warm.
And
but
lucky we left because I think what was it, Tuesday, Wednesday, it was over 100. So we
Yeah,
were
that
lucky.
was
Yeah,
Today in Charlotte was 99.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
But
Yeah,
it's
so the weather was great. Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
air conditioning in the con, you didn't even know it
Oh,
was outside.
that was the best part of everything. From the minute I stepped in Charlotte, even so in the tunnel coming off the plane, I was like, "Ooh, it's a little toasty in here." But the second I got into the actual airport, just that blast of cold, crisp air. I was
Our
like, "Oh
airport
yes,
is cool. I liked our airport.
Listen, I
Yeah.
heard horror stories of people trying to go home from the airport. All right.
No, I had a good trip back. Like my plane got delayed. I want to say about like 45 minutes, but it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. Like I was like, all right, doesn't
No,
really
but
because
what airline did
honestly,
you take?
I took Delta.
All right. So what I heard was American Airlines was having issues.
American had a lot of planes there, and I'll say this much: I'm pretty sure that man, if there's a speed limit that you can fly, like anything, he broke the speed limit because we left at I think just about 8:00. I was back home by like 9:25, and I was like,
really?
dude, it was supposed to be a 2.5 hour flight. This dude got me back to Boston in like an hour and a half. I was like, dude,
Do
this
you
guy
live
was
far
flying.
from the airport?
Huh?
Do you live far from the airport?
No. So I live about maybe like 10 minutes away from where the airport's at in Boston. So I mean, it was a quick trip, but it's just the point of everything because I was like, like my ride to pick me up was
Day
like,
did you leave? You
Huh?
left Sunday? You left Sunday?
I left Sunday. My plane was supposed to leave at 6:44. It left at I think around like almost like 7:40. Sorry,
Yeah.
it left at like 7:52 or something like
Yeah, I don't know if the horror stories was from Sunday or Monday, but one of those days that people that stayed a little later, Sunday, I think they had issues.
So Sunday was. I'll say this much: it might have started on Sunday because like that airport was jumping when I was leaving.
Yep.
Yeah, it
there
was
was a soccer. There was
When
a
I
soccer-
came in, it was nothing.
It was
I
a
mean,
soccer
it was quick and easy. Not
Yeah.
big, like, there wasn't that many people in the airport. But when I was leaving, oh, that place was packed. There
was
Yeah,
a soccer game.
Yeah, they have FIFA. Yeah,
Yeah.
FIFA was down here. That's why the hotel
That's
got a little
why, yeah.
backer. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we had a
that's
line-
why the airport.
We had a line. A Saturday, there was a line to get on the elevator. I was like, "You gotta be careful." I was like, "What is happening?" And then we found out, there was
Thursday, no issue. Friday, no issues. All of a sudden, Saturday we had issues. Then kind
Saturday
of
was
find out
cool.
it was the soccer. A lot
Yeah,
of people.
you
were coming up with
you
soccer.
saw the people with the jerseys on Sunday, and then they were at the con. You saw them walking around that jersey. They actually went to the con, and they were only there like one day, because you didn't see them with the jerseys the other day. But
Yeah.
So there was a lot of people for the soccer thing.
Yeah,
So
so
all
that
over the
play. But if they didn't have that, I think it wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
The airport wouldn't have been that bad. But
Yeah, it would have been smooth.
yeah, but anything else you guys want to say? You got anything
All I
going
have to
on?
say is thanks
Well,
for having
I got the
me.
flyer for Hershey.
No
Con.
problem. No problem. Huh? Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me hold up.
This is what's going on at Hershey Con.
I hope.
next
Hey,
month.
who dat? I hope to talk
Yo,
to you.
Uncle Al Milgram's gonna be there too.
Yeah.
Damn.
I hope to talk to you
You
and
got Bob Allman gonna
Austin.
be there.
Dan
You got a
Parent?
couple of names.
Okay.
The
I
kid
hope
from
to
Growing
talk to
Pains is gonna be there.
I hope
Mike
to
Siebert?
No,
I
the
hope
other,
to
the young
talk
one.
to you. You and
Oh,
Boston
Jimmy
again
Miller, yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you, Bob. I heard you.
Wrestlers are gonna be there, and this is the lineup.
That's a pretty good lineup. That's a good.
That's pretty
lineup.
good. Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
How many days is it?
Huh?
How many
Is it a
days
weekend or just a 2-day show?
Yeah, 2 days. It's a Saturday.
That's
Sunday.
not bad for a 2-day show. That's
Alright.
actually not bad at all.
Are any of the? I wonder who else is going. That's from YouTube. Is Chad going? Fishcat.
Yeah, Fish Cat's
Uh,
gonna be there. I'm gonna go meet up with him. I was late
He's
for
a
me.
big guy.
This is
You
at
think
the
BLC's tall? Wait till he stands next to Fish.
Oh, Fish
You
Cat's
mad
taller than me.
fish
Yeah,
cat? Who that?
taller. Fish Cat's taller.
But no, and also because you showed Al Milgram's going to be. If you guys can meet Al Milgram, he's hilarious. He got that old man
He's
kind of
He's,
like
he's a great dude.
Right there.
jokes, and it was just $10, $10 for a signature.
No,
$10.
he's great. And honestly, like he's somebody that at one point or another, I am going to try to get a sketch from because he does some really good sketches. Like ask Otto. Otto gets sketches from. He's gotten sketches from Al Milgram. What's it called? Amazing Marathon. He's gotten
Mike
Al
DiCarlo's
Milgram
gonna
too.
be there.
Yeah, there you go, Mike DiCarlo. And Mike
Marco
DiCarlo
Polo,
killed it on that Hulk. So it's just like, you know, I mean, I have to say, like, you know, that's a great artist that go to these shows.
That Hulk is cover quality.
Yeah, and
it's
so
very good.
like, if nothing else, that's one of the things I really enjoy is seeing what people get from some of the artists because it's like, you know what, like that is sometimes what it will inspire me. Like, oh, I need to get a sketch from this guy because this is good stuff.
The thing about this con is it said Holiday Inn, but it has two separate rooms, three technically, like two to the right and then one that you actually have to go to the left and then you go all around. You don't even know if the other room is there, but you know that's what it is. It's too late for me to book a hotel room at the Holiday Inn because they're just charging way too much money. So
Yeah.
I tried checking. There's like 3 other hotels besides that one. I try to find the cheapest one because I you know, money wise right now is tight. So
Yeah.
definitely.
Definitely.
You know, it is what it is. You know,
I hate it, man.
but listen, it's just a sleep. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yep.
So definitely, if y'all in the area for that convention, it looks actually a really good lineup. What's up, John?
Mhm.
Or hit up BLC. Say, hey, man. You know, if you want, you know, definitely check that out. Chris, I know you got terrific.
Yeah, and I'm not working that one. So yes.
Yeah, oh yeah. Then you can actually talk to BLC.
Yes, I will. I actually have plenty of time to talk to you. Hang on.
Yeah.
Terrific
And I
con.
know-
Don't even think about it.
I know Chris and BLC is going to Terrificon, so you guys could definitely check them out. I know Chris will do some talk about Terrificon more so on this show and probably do a hall show once he goes there.
This is
Yeah,
the second time the Heroes Con, but first time I'm fully working. So
Yeah. And here's the other thing. So now BLC is going to go to the HersheyCon. And I'm going to tell you right now, BLC will go to the con. He's not working. This is exactly what he's going to do. He's going to say hi to you and be digging in boxes. And then you're going to sit there and think that he's not listening to you. He's listening to you, but he's cataloging and seeing what he can get. So just remember that when you're talking to him,
Right,
like he's
so-
not tuning you out. He's 100% listening, but he's multitasking. And he's
Here's
going
the
through his
thing.
list.
The first time I went to HersheyCon, I was actually working. Capture was there, we're working, this and everything. But go watch my video on my haul at HersheyCon. You're gonna see I actually did pretty good working and you know digging on that one. That wasn't too bad.
No, definitely. Like BLC, normally if he goes to a show, he comes out with a stack about this big, no exaggeration, stack about this big of books that he pulled out of the boxes. Nothing,
you know
not
what's
much from
funny?
the wall, but from the boxes.
I know you got to end soon, who dat, but I can't tell you how many times I went to BLC and he's like, I'm working.
Hey, listen, you know when
Look at this guy. This guy's
Well,
been
we're
driving
busy.
for 2 hours. What is he driving to? Timbuktu?
Jigs don't drive at night. I'm just telling you now, he doesn't drive at night. So
He was just saying he was driving a couple hours.
How do you know we don't drive at night?
because
Maybe
on Sunday I asked him, said, "Yo, have dinner with me and the family." He says, "No, I gotta go home because I don't drive at night." That's what he told me.
Look, he said, I just made it on.
He just made it home. You know, but it's been dark for how many hours now? So I don't know.
Oh,
That's
it's
true,
probably
but
like,
it gets
probably
dark
like,
later,
probably
yeah.
like a couple hours.
So,
But well, he has the link, so if he wants to talk backstage for a little while, we ain't gonna probably stay long because we all got to work.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
you're more than welcome to join for at least like a few minutes. He said I wasn't driving. Oh, you was riding? You lying and you know what? I got it. I'm going. You know what? Check us out. Me, I don't know. if Chris is gonna be there. He probably will be there at least to hang out. But we're gonna be on Band of Brothers auction this Saturday. Come check it out. We do it once a month. It's a lot of fun. You'll be able to get an opportunity to buy a couple of signed books that I had at the convention.
Did no one put in a
you know.
chat tonight?
Nobody did one. I'm okay. I'll save. I'll you know, you'll be better. It'll be more books next time. But what else? We'll try to do another graphic content probably in at least a couple of weeks. You know, we'll try to knock one out before Terrificon. Chris can talk about what he's expecting, what's going on with that, and I can probably show off. Maybe by then I'll have some books back from Heroes that I got graded. That well, actually not from here, from Dallas, that are already in the queue. So those should be back in maybe a couple of weeks.
There you go.
So we'll do that. Check us out on The Hunt as well, and Bleeker's Church. On Sundays. But that's all we got, man. Sub everybody up. You guys be cool. Thank you guys for joining at the end, and we're gonna be out. See you guys later. Let me hit this end button. All right, let's.
Quick, think positive. Never show any sign of weakness. Always go for the throat. Buy low, sell high. Fear, that's the other guy's problem. Nothing you have ever experienced can prepare you for the unbridled carnage you're about to witness. The Super Bowl, the World Series, they don't know what pressure is. In this building, it's either kill or be killed. You make no friends in the pits and you take no prisoners.
You son of a bitch.
We happy? Vincent! We happy?
Yeah, we happy.